Are you ready with your books? Be ready with your books and pencils. Grab your rough copy also. Are you ready? Okay. Now see, you can see the picture of a carnival. What you can see in it? Reply me. There is a picture they had given you on page number 52. What you can see in that picture? A dragon. Decoration. Celebration. Good. Okay. People. Balloons or okay. Now see, there is a float. Can you see the float? And behind the float, there are people who are dancing. Too many people, right? Okay. When you have to write too many people, write it with double O. Ayan John, okay. Have you ever been to a celebration like this? It is a carnival. Have you ever been to a carnival? In schools also there are carnivals. Okay, some of you are telling me yes, where? Which carnival? Give me complete answer. School fair, okay. Okay, let's see what is a carnival. Okay. Now see, carnival is an annual festival. Carnival is an annual festival. What is a carnival? Carnival is an annual festival, right? Traditions are the customs and beliefs. The transmission of customs or belief from generation to generation. Tradition, the transmission of customs or beliefs from generation to generation, right? When customs or beliefs are transformed from one generation to another, that is called tradition. Samba. Samba is a Brazilian dance of African origin. Its origin is African. It is a traditional Brazilian dance. Okay. Now theme. The subject of a talk, piece of writing, exhibition. Subject of a talk, piece of writing, exhibition, etc. Or a topic. Right? Keep on writing the meanings somewhere on your rough copy, or otherwise you have to use the dictionary. Spectacular, beautiful in dramatic and eye-catching, very impressive. Beautiful and dramatic and eye-catching, very impressive. You can write only impressive also, it will be okay. Fabulous. Fabulous is wonderful, extraordinary. Excellent. Avenue. Avenue is broad road in town or city, typically having trees along its side. Right? These are the words you will listen in the, you will read in the paragraph. Okay? Everyone has to keep the book in front. So now we are going to read the paragraph of the carnival, the Rio Carnival, right? Now I'm going to read it. Rio de Janeiro, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil is famous for its Carnival, which is celebrated in February and lasts for 4 days. It is the largest carnival which mixes European traditions and African culture. There are also thousands of local people who take part in the colorful parades and tourists who come to watch the carnival too. Everyone joins in the fun of the summer celebration Samba is a traditional form of Brazilian dance and one of the most important events during the carnival is the Samba School Parade. When neighborhood groups perform their samba routines to live music and drummers, every year Samba School choose their own theme and create their own carnival floats, spectacular costumes, and music to take part in the carnival competition. The amazing parade, which take place in Sambademo, is an venue specially built for the carnival and fills the city with the sound of this fabulous rhythmic music, right? So Sambademo is the place where that event took place, right? Now we have to move to the answer questions. Your book is in front of you. The questions are on page number 53, activity 3. Are you ready to note down the answers or to find the answers? You have to tell me the answers, okay? Now, in the paragraph, you have read all the information. Now, my first question is, what's the weather like? What's the weather like? You have to keep in mind that it is an equatorial country. It is close to the equator. So you should know what is the weather like as you have studied in social study. What is the weather of the countries which are near to the equator? It is also given in the paragraph. Okay, hot. It is summer. It is hot. It is sun. Cloudy. No, no. It is sunny. Okay. Now, my next question is, are there many people? Are there many people? When it is starting with R, you have to start the answer with yes or no. Are there many people? Okay, yes, there are many people. What are the people in parade wearing? What are the people in parade wearing? In parade, okay? Don't focus at the spectators, okay? The people in the parade, colorful clothes, costumes. Very good, Noor Noshi. Costume. People in the parade are wearing colorful costumes. Okay, good. Now the next question is, describe what the people are doing. What the people are doing. There are some activities people are doing in that carnival. They are dancing. So, Noor Noshi, don't put a E in it. Okay, Abu Bakr Zishan dancing, good. What else? What else? You have read in the, they are celebrating. Okay. What else? Okay. They are beating the drums. Good. Not swimming. They are not swimming. Okay, they are enjoying. What else? Singing. Good. Okay. Okay, now look at the answer. They are singing, dancing, playing the drums, watching the carnival and having fun, right? Good children, good. Okay, now for fifth question is, what noises can you hear in the carnival? Okay, very good, Shemaya. Drummers, rhythmic music, very good. Live music, shouts. Okay, good. Okay, you can hear samba music and drums. Good. Now the last question is about your own. It is an not closed question. It is an open question. So it is your opinion. I don't know. How do you feel watching the carnival? How do you feel watching the carnival? Very good, Mario. Exciting. Enjoying. Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay, I hope so that you must have written the answers. Amazing. Very good. Extra exotic. Okay, interesting. Really interesting. Good. You feel good. Okay. Now, children, we're going to do some grammar work that is about the clauses, right? Uh, in the previous term, we have studied subclauses. Do you remember? Okay, now see, children, we have a to before we start to study about the defining relative clause, we have to again have a quick review. What is a clause? What is a clause? A clause is a group of words which can be used either as a whole sentence or as a part of the sentence. Okay, and a clause must always contain a subject or a verb. Now here we are, as we are going to talk about defining relative clause. So we have to see what are relative clause. A relative clause has a word or a phrase in common with the main clause, right? A relative clause has a word or a phrase in common with the main clause, right? Uh, why it is called relative clause? Because it has one clause is related to an other clause, just like your family, you and your cousin, they have the same grandparents. The parents are different, but they have the same grandparents. In the same way, the one clause is related to the others. As I had told you, a relative clause has a word or a phrase in common with the main clause, right? For example, uh, the man, if I say, the man is my brother, so it is not clear. So if I say, the man who is standing is my brother, it will be more clear to you. Okay. The example of the clause is in front of you. You can see. Uh, I can't cook very well, but I make quite good pancakes. Now, if you look at both of the clauses, I can't cook well, I make quite good pancakes. You can see both of the clauses, they have a subject and a verb. Subject is I, and the verb in the first clause is cook, and in the second clause is make. Is it clear to you? Okay, as we are on relative clause, so I told you that relative clause, this gives us important information about noun or noun phrases, right? So to start, we need to start a relative clause. We need some relative pronouns. These are the some of the relative pronouns that are written in front of you: who, which, that, whose, where, when, whom, and why, right? But in your lesson, we are not going to focus on all of these. We are going to talk about only who, which, and that. Okay? The example given to you is the man who called you is my dentist. If I say the man is my dentist, you don't know. The man who called you is my dentist, right? So it is giving uh, important information about that dentist. Okay, it is very essential information. Who called you? It is the relative clause. Now see, type of relative clause. There are two types of relative clauses, uh, defining or non-defining, right? Now defining relative clause. They are providing you essential information that we need to understand what or who is being referred to. We don't use commas in defining relative clause, right? So look at the example. The dentist who treats me is my uncle. Again, I'm telling you, we don't use commas in defining relative clause, right? So now look at, okay. Before we start the activity, I want to tell you some of the things that who is, we use uh, relative pronoun who for people, right? We use relative pronoun who for people as a subject and as a object both. Then we use which for the things. Relative pronoun which is used for the things, right? And relative pronoun that is used for both for people and for the things. But we cannot use that if there is a preposition, okay? Usually the preposition in the relative clause comes at the end, but if it is in the beginning, we cannot use that. Now there is an activity from your book, page number 53. Look at the use of English box. At page number 53, I have already explained it to you. Now you can easily do the activity. You have to match the sentences, both halves, to form the sentences. The first is, this is the costume. Which one is the correct one? This is the costume. Very good. B option. That is the correct one, which I wore in Carnival. People do the samba Come to number 2. Okay, Ania, good. Chavez. Yes, C option. People do the samba, which is a traditional Brazilian dance. I am going to a carnival. D option, okay. That take place in February. Good. And the last one is there are thousands of people who take part in parades. Okay, now these are the sentences like this. You may have seen that the relative pronouns who, which, and that are used in these relative clauses. In the first one, who take part in parade. Second one, which I wore in carnival. C is which is a traditional Brazilian dance that take part in February. So these are the relative clauses, right? And relative pronouns are in front of you. Okay, there is a worksheet for you. You have to choose the correct option. The first one is Reggio is a seaside town which has a big carnival celebration. Which option is the correct one? Okay, very good. Who we have to use for the people. So for town we will use which has a big carnival celebration. Number 2, these are the costumes which the children wear. Which the children wear. Who the children wear are the costume people. Anya, I told you who is used for people and which is used for things, right? Okay, these are the costume which the children wear. Now, see the third one. Those are the giants. Those are the giants that who parades along the sea float. Sea float. Those are the giants who parade in front of the sea front. That that parade along the seafront. Okay. We throw confetti, which are small pieces of colorful paper. Noor, it is not people. You can't use who with it. Which? Okay, so confetti is small piece of colorful paper. So we are not going to use who with it. We will use which. We will use which, right? Right, Noor? There is a firework display. Who ends the celebration. Which ends the celebration. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now come to your homework. I'm giving you a worksheet. Okay, there are two of the sentences. You have to use these relative pronouns to form the sentences, right? Join the sentences with a definite relative pronoun, okay? Clause, sorry. You have to use who, which, and that to join them. The Okay, I think the first is missing. So that's the giant. I saw it yesterday. So it is that's the giant which I saw yesterday. The first example I have done for you, and the remaining you have to do at your own. Okay, B copy. Very good, B copy. You must know the grammar work you always have to do in B copy. If I ask you to write a paragraph, it should be in B copy. Mario, B copy. Shumaya, B copy. Okay, it is a worksheet. So, this is Mohsin Ali. Mohsin, instead of writing what page, you have to write which page. Okay, but whenever there is a worksheet, don't ask for a page. Worksheet is a worksheet. It is not in your book, so don't look for the page. Okay. Very good. Okay, I think you know how to do it. Very good, Shemaya. You are doing well. So hope you will do it easily in your copies. Okay, I'll reveal the answer to you tomorrow in your next class. Okay, for till that, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Stay blessed.